Once upon a time in the distant future, on a planet known as Xeno, the remnants of an ancient civilization captivated the attention of explorers and scientists. This civilization was known as the Golden Pharaoh's Black Obsidian Empire. It was said that the pharaoh had ruled with wisdom and power, but his empire vanished under mysterious circumstances. Many believed that the remains of his empire hid incredible treasure, advanced technology, and secrets of the universe. The story begins with a diverse group of explorers venturing to Xeno. There were four main characters: Maya, a brilliant scientist with a passion for ancient history; Ethan, a skilled engineer with a knack for technology; Zara, a brave adventurer who thrived on danger; and Max, an AI robot programmed to assist humans in their explorations. They all had their reasons to uncover the secrets hidden in the Black Obsidian Empire. Maya led the group with her vast knowledge. She believed that the Golden Pharaoh had discovered an energy source that could power the entire galaxy. The group gathered in their small spaceship, the Celestial Voyager, ready to embark on their journey. The craft was equipped with advanced AI systems, including Max, who could analyze data and offer insights during their expedition. As they approached Xeno, a vibrant glow from the planet caught their eyes. Maya scanned the surface with the ship's holographic projector. "Look," she said, "there are ruins." They seemed to stretch for miles. With excitement in their hearts, they landed near a large structure that sparkled black with hints of gold. As they stepped out of the ship, the air shimmered around them. A sense of awe filled their hearts as they approached the ruins. The walls were made of a shiny black obsidian, glistening like stars in the night sky. Intricate designs covered the surface, telling stories of the ancient civilization that once thrived here. Ethan began scanning the structure. "These structures are older than anything we've ever seen. They must have high-tech designs hidden inside." Max analyzed the data and responded, "I detect a power source underneath this building. The energy readings are off the charts." Excited by the discovery, the group searched for a way inside. Zara, always ready for action, noticed a large door covered in ancient symbols. "Let's try to open it," she said. Maya traced the symbols with her fingers, remembering the hieroglyphs she studied. "These symbols speak of the pharaoh's power. We need to find a way to unlock it." Max scanned the area again, finding a small panel beside the door. "Input the correct sequence to unlock it." Maya took a deep breath and bravely pressed the symbols according to her readings. The door rumbled and creaked, slowly opening to reveal a vast hall filled with artifacts and technology. Inside, the explorers marveled at the wonders around them. Their eyes fell upon a massive throne made of glowing black obsidian, surrounded by floating screens displaying mysteries of the universe. Maya approached the throne, feeling a strange energy. Suddenly, the screens flickered and a holographic figure emerged. It was the Golden Pharaoh himself. His voice echoed through the hall. "Welcome, brave explorers. You have unlocked the secrets of my empire. I offer you knowledge and power, but beware, with great power comes great responsibility." The group stood in awe. Maya felt an overwhelming urge to learn more. "What can we do with this knowledge?" she asked. The pharaoh smiled gently. "You can help save your world from darkness, or let it fall into ruin. The choice is yours." Intrigued yet confused, the explorers exchanged glances. Zara felt uneasy. "What kind of darkness?" she asked. The pharaoh's expression turned serious. "A force seeks to consume energy and life from the universe. You must decide how to wield the knowledge you gain here." Ethan, always practical, grabbed his tools and began to analyze the floating screens. "We should gather more information about this darkness. We can't leave without understanding it." The pharaoh nodded and gestured to one of the screens, which brightened. It showed a dark mass sweeping through nearby galaxies, draining energy from stars and planets. Maya felt a chill run down her spine. "That's terrible," she whispered, realizing the urgency of their mission. "We must defend the universe." They spent hours absorbing information, learning about the energy source the pharaoh had created to sustain life, and the knowledge to protect it. Max helped process the data, storing important components for later use. The Pharaoh encouraged them. Together, you are strong. Remember, you have the power to change the course of history. As they prepared to leave, Zara noticed a golden artifact glowing nearby. It was a small orb, pulsing vibrantly. "What's this?" she asked, reaching out to touch it. The moment her fingers brushed the surface, the room filled with a blinding light. The Pharaoh's voice echoed again. "Only those with pure intentions may wield the orb's power." Suddenly, they found themselves in a whirlwind of energy. They were thrust back outside the ruins, and the orb was now glowing in Zara's hands. "What did you do?" Maya asked, alarmed. "I don't know," Zara replied, her voice shaky. "I think I absorbed some of the energy." The orb projected images of the dark mass consuming stars. It also showed ways to fight back, but it would require teamwork, wisdom, and courage. Feeling determined, Maya took the orb from Zara. "We have a mission. We will gather the power needed and protect our galaxy." They all nodded in agreement, a newfound sense of purpose igniting their spirits. As they made their way back to the celestial Voyager, the threat of darkness loomed over them. They knew they would face challenges ahead, but they had the knowledge of the Pharaoh and the power within the orb. The journey back would not just be about uncovering the Pharaoh's secrets, it would be about standing strong against the overwhelming darkness. The adventure had just begun, and together, they would fight for not only their world but for the entire universe, inspired by the legacy of the Golden Pharaoh and the strength of their friendship. Their adventure deepened the bond between them, each learning to rely on one another's strengths. With courage in their hearts, they set course for the stars, ready to embrace the challenges of the unknown that lay ahead. In the year 3042, Dr. Eris Thorne, a renowned xenoarchaeologist, stood on the precipice of history. He was on the desolate planet of Xylos, light years away from Earth. Xylos was a graveyard of forgotten empires. He was about to unearth the tomb of the Golden Pharaoh, a mythical ruler whose existence was more legend than fact. Eris was a man of science. He trusted data, not dreams. Yet, the whispers surrounding the Pharaoh had captivated him. Stories spoke of an empire built on advanced technology, fueled by a mysterious black obsidian. This obsidian was said to possess unimaginable power. His team was a mix of seasoned explorers and eager young scientists. Among them was Lena Hansen, a brilliant linguist. Her expertise was in deciphering alien languages, and Marcus Cole, a tech genius. Marcus could make sense of the most complex alien technologies. "Dr. Thorne, the scans are complete," Marcus announced, his voice crackling through the comms. "The tomb is beneath us. It's heavily shielded, but I've bypassed the primary security protocols." Eris nodded, his heart pounding with anticipation. "Prepare for entry. Lena, I need you by my side. We don't know what kind of glyphs or warnings we might encounter." The team descended into the darkness, the air growing heavy with each step. The tomb was a marvel of engineering. Walls lined with intricate carvings, depicting scenes of a civilization far ahead of its time. "These glyphs, they're unlike anything I've ever seen," Lena murmured, her fingers tracing the alien symbols. "It's a mix of mathematics and poetry, a language of pure energy." As they ventured deeper, they found a massive chamber. In the center stood a sarcophagus made of pure gold. It radiated a soft, ethereal glow. This was the Golden Pharaoh's final resting place. "Incredible," Eris breathed, his eyes fixed on the sarcophagus. The legends were true. With careful precision, they opened the sarcophagus. Inside lay the Pharaoh, preserved in perfect condition. He was adorned with golden ornaments and a headdress made of the black obsidian. "The obsidian," Marcus whispered, his eyes wide with wonder. "It's even more potent than we imagined. The energy readings are off the charts." As Eris reached out to touch the obsidian, a surge of energy pulsed through the chamber. The walls began to tremble, and the glyphs on the walls lit up with blinding light. "Doctor, something's happening," Lena cried, her voice filled with alarm. "The tomb is activating." Suddenly, a holographic projection flickered to life. It was a figure resembling the Pharaoh, his eyes glowing with an eerie light. "Greetings, travelers," the holographic Pharaoh spoke, his voice echoing through the chamber. "You have awakened me from my slumber. I am Seatek, the Golden Pharaoh." Eris stared in disbelief. "Impossible. You're alive." "Alive in a manner of speaking," Seatek replied. "My consciousness has been preserved within this obsidian. It is the source of my power, the key to my empire." "Your empire is long gone," Eris said, trying to regain his composure. "Xylos is a wasteland." "That is because my empire was betrayed," Seatek said, his voice hardening, "by those who sought to steal the power of the obsidian. But I have foreseen your arrival. You are here to help me reclaim what is rightfully mine." "We're scientists, not conquerors," Eris retorted. "We came here to study your civilization, not to revive it." "Do you think this is a coincidence?" Seatek scoffed. "The obsidian called to you, guided you here. You are destined to serve me." Before Eris could respond, Seatek unleashed a wave of energy. It knocked the team off their feet. The chamber began to transform, the walls shifting and morphing into a complex network of machinery. "What have you done?" Eris gasped, struggling to his feet. "I am restoring my empire," Seatek declared. "And you will be my instruments." Marcus, ever the tech wizard, was already trying to analyze the energy flow. "The obsidian is acting as a conduit," he explained. "It's channeling energy from the planet's core, amplifying it." "We have to stop him," Lena said, her eyes darting around the chamber, "before he gains too much power." Eris knew they were in a desperate situation. Seatek was not just a ghost from the past. He was a formidable entity, wielding technology beyond their comprehension. "There has to be a way to disrupt the obsidian's energy flow," Eris said, his mind racing. "Marcus, can you find a way to overload the system?" "I can try," Marcus replied, "but it's risky. If I fail, we could trigger a chain reaction that will destroy the entire planet." "We have no choice," Eris said grimly. "It's the only way to stop Seatek." As Marcus worked frantically to hack into the system, Eris and Lena tried to distract Seatek. They bombarded him with questions, trying to understand his motives and his plans. "Why do you want to rebuild your empire?" Eris asked. "What is your ultimate goal?" "To create a perfect world," Seatek replied. "A world ruled by order and logic, where technology serves the greater good. A world free from chaos and emotions." "But at what cost?" Lena challenged. "Your empire was built on control and oppression. Is that the kind of world you want to create?" Seatek paused, his holographic eyes flickering. "Sometimes, sacrifices must be made for the greater good." Suddenly, Marcus shouted, "I found it! The primary energy regulator. If I can overload it, it should disrupt the obsidian's connection to the planet's core." "Do it!" Eris yelled. Marcus unleashed a surge of energy, overloading the regulator. The chamber shook violently, and the obsidian pulsed with chaotic energy. "No!" Seatek roared, his holographic form flickering. "You cannot stop me." The obsidian shattered, its power dissipating into the atmosphere. Seateka's holographic projection flickered and died. The chamber began to crumble, the machinery shutting down. "We have to get out of here," Eris shouted. The team raced back through the tomb, the walls collapsing around them. They barely made it out before the entire structure imploded, burying Seateka's empire beneath tons of rubble. Back on the surface, they watched as the dust settled. Xylos remained a desolate planet, but it was free from the Golden Pharaoh's grasp. "We did it," Lena said, her voice filled with relief. "We stopped him. But at what cost?" Eris wondered aloud. "We've seen the potential of the obsidian, the power it holds. Who knows what other secrets lie hidden in the universe, waiting to be discovered?" As they prepared to leave Xylos, Eris knew that their encounter with the Golden Pharaoh had changed them forever. They had faced a god and survived. But they also knew that their journey was far from over. The universe was vast and full of wonders and dangers beyond their wildest imaginations.